Okay, so this is for number 2 in week 6. It's about sigma and the pi bonding orbital. That's particularly common in the organic compound as shown in the following. There are two types of questions needs to be answered. One is what kind of bonds, pi or sigma bonds, and you will see that the one in the numbers. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of bond. And let's try to answer them first. Number one and 1, and this one you see the sigma bond. Number 2, which is shown up here, and let's say I'm drawing one of the bond as a sigma, the rest of them is a pi bonding. So 1 sigma plus 2 pi's. Number 3, there are two bonds, so one is sigma, the other is pi. So it's number 3, 1 sigma, 1 pi. Number 4, oh, that was a number 3. That was a number 4. Okay, sorry about that. So let's take this one down. I'm putting it down here. And so going back to number 3, that's a CH bonding, so which is simply 1 sigma bond. Number 4, which is a number 4, which is a CO double bond. So one is sigma, the other is pi bond. Okay, so that is the answer. So the second problem, so let me highlight it as here as I guess a different color. So what is a hybridization for each carbon atom, left to right? So I'm going to write it in here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and then let me just clean up a little bit here and there, so don't get distracted by those. Okay, so let me go back, and then this is number 2. So hybridization, carbon hybridization here, I'd like to give you a little example here. Okay, so if you see 4 sigma bonding, that means sp3 hybridization. If you see double bond like this, that's an sp2 hybridization. If you see triple bond, that's an sp hybridization. Sometimes you can see double on both sides. That's also sp hybridization. So using this as a guiding map, you will be quickly identify the one. So carbon number 1, you see the 4 bonds, so that's an sp3. Carbon number 2, you see 2 sigma bonding and 2 pi bonding, so that must be sp. And this carbon 3, that's also sp hybridization. Carbon 4, you see the 3 sigma bonding with a 1 pi bonding, so carbon 4 is sp2 hybridization. Carbon number 5, which is you see the double bond and then 2 single bonds, so 3 sigma bonding. So number of sigma bonding define the hybridization state, and the pi bonding is coming from the p orbital, which is unhybridized. C6, same region as P2. Okay, so I hope you understand this one for this one at the end. So if you get the hang of it, of the carbon, that's really useful. For the last one, this is a little extra for me, but if you look at that, the way that sp2, it is a planar square structure, planar triangular structures. So therefore, the one that is shown up here, and this is a little misrepresenting it. So I'm going to draw the triangle here, but what I want to sharing with you, you guys, is carbon with double bond, and the bond is angled like this. That is, I'm talking about, this is a carbon number 4 here. Okay, can you see this one up there? And then once you have that, and this carbon 3 and the triple bond, they are straight structures, and so they are going to be like this, and they are going to be like that, and then the carbon. So this is I'm talking about. That's the carbon 3, carbon 2, carbon 1. Okay, so how actually better representation of three-dimensional structure is just looks like that. And the last one shown up here is a 3 bonding, and they are tetrahedral. So it is actually more or less looks like this with the hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. So you just learn about VSEPR and the tetrahedral structures. Yeah, this is a tetrahedral, right? That's sp3, and this is a sp2, which is a linear, right? And then this is a trigonal, planar trigonal, planar, okay, planar trigonal structures. So if you go to the other side, and that's a carbon 5, and this one also a triangle. So I think that naturally makes another triangle structure here with these structures can be shown up. Okay, so that is this is a little extra, but I think that nicely capture what you guys learned so far. And what you've drawn up there is, I guess, misleading the three-dimensional nature of this structure, particularly the sp2 carbon. And this one is, once again, do you see the triangle here? Do you see the triangle planar structure here? And this is how they form the structure. And then this is a little tetrahedral structures that you learned before. Okay, thank you for your attention.